Hey everyone, Dr. Noni here. Usually when we see a CRE, that's carbapenem-resistant enterobacterales, we immediately think KPC or NDM. We think of big guns and limited options. But I just ran into a case that's a real head-scratcher. It's what I call a stealth resistance phenotype. If you just glanced at the report, you'd see meropenem resistance and think, game over. But if you look closer, this bug is actually telling us a much more complicated story about how it's dodging our drugs. It's not just about an enzyme, it's about the very skin of the bacteria. The paradox. Look at this paradox. The meropenem MIC is through the roof, greater than 16. But look at the imipenem. It's stone-cold sensitive at 0.5. Usually they travel together, right?
And check this out. It's resistant to ceftazidime avibactam, one of our newest, strongest shields, but it stays sensitive to meropenem vaborbactam at an MIC of 32. Now, if this were a standard KPC producer, avibactam should have worked. The fact that it didn't tells us we aren't dealing with a simple enzyme problem. We're dealing with a tactical defense. The why, mechanisms. So, what's the why here? It's a triple threat. First, let's talk efflux. This bug has its sump pumps, specifically the ACR-AB-TOLC system, running on overtime. Meropenem is a favorite snack for those pumps, while imipenem just slips right past them. That's why we see that weird split in the carbapenems. Second, the doors are locked. The OMPK36 porin, the main entryway, likely has a specific mutation, like a GLI-ASP insertion. It hasn't removed the door. It just made the hallway so narrow that the big molecules can't squeeze through.
And finally, it's likely overproducing beta-lactamases or has a mutated AMP-C that essentially scares off the avibactam before it can bind. It's not just one trick, it's a whole system of defense. So, what do we do for the patient? Since meropenem vaborbactam is sitting right at the edge of that 32 MIC, we can't get cocky if you treat a severe infection like bacteremia or VAP. I'd suggest a tag team approach. We go with the MVB, but we add an aminoglycoside like tobramycin, since this isolate is still sensitive to it. That synergy helps us hit it from two sides and stops the bug from evolving further. And don't sleep on the old drugs. In a pinch, for something like a UTI, that imipenem or even ertapenem might actually do the job because they aren't getting pumped out like the meropenem is.
Conclusions.
The lesson here? Don't just read the S or R, read the MICs. The MICs are the footnotes of the story the bacteria is trying to tell you. I'm Dr. Ganoni. Stay curious, watch those porins, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.